Salute, salute. Get some water and we Gucci. All right, everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate everybody. Back on another show, Mr.Futures of the NBA Script Revealed, February 19, 2/19 or 19/2. Thank you for everybody that's joining us. Appreciate you guys. I know it's another late one, but it made sense to jump on and talk to you guys about these games today that were just so obviously scripted. Another amazing night for the community. It was a wonderful night. We all together we have back-to-back perfect days on the Patreon. In the last 2 days we are 7-0 in our NBA plays. So it's been back-to-back pretty good nights. There's a bunch of underdogs in there. I think we had 3 or 4 underdogs in the last couple of nights, and we had another 2 underdogs tonight. So it was very, 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 very beneficial. And shout out to everybody that continues to support the work and support the videos that we put out and leave positive comments and write positive messages about how their life is changing and how we're impacting people that we haven't even met, just through these YouTube videos and the content that we're putting out. So shout out to you guys. But once again, it was another magnificent night. You got to give it up to Gematria, and of course today was 2/19. So me being from New York, gotta say rest in peace, Pop Smoke, aka Bashar Jackson. I don't know if it was just a coincidence or not, but there was a specific game tonight that had to do with I'll just show it to you guys right now. It was kind of funny, I thought. So Bashar Jackson, which is Pop Smoke's real name, equals 229, and there was a specific game on tonight that since the whole thing had to do with Pop Smoke dying 24 days after Kobe Bryant playing for LA. There was a significant game that happened tonight on the late shift, and had to do with this number as well, 229. So was it a coincidence or not that it happened on the anniversary of Bashar Jackson passing away, 229? We'll just say it was very symbolic and convenient. So shout out to you guys. But let's start it off today. So one of the first things I put out to that I posted was about this specific game between the Orlando Magic and the Golden State Warriors, and the very symbolic number that coincides with both of these teams. So as you can see, Golden State Warriors, they lost this game to the Orlando Magic. Golden State Warriors were a favorite in this game. This was a plus 190 Orlando Magic victory. Plus 190. Golden State was favored by 5 points on the road. As you can see, they lost to became 5-8, but they came into the game 5-7 with the potential of being 5-8. And this was the first thing that I posted about today at the top of the post. And just so everybody can see, Golden State, that number 58 hits with them in both of their names, the first part and the second name. So Golden State equals 58, and so does Warriors. Warriors equals 58. So, boom, 58, 58. They could become 5-8, and they're playing the Orlando Magic, equaling 58 in the purest cipher. So both these teams have the correlation to 58. The Golden State team could become 5-8 on the road with the loss like 58, and Golden State equals 58, Warriors equals 58, and Orlando Magic equals 58. So this was probably the underdog of the day. I mean, it was plus 190, and for anybody who was like following the flow of this game and jumped in on the live bet, I believe there was another opportunity to jump in late in the fourth quarter after Golden State had took the lead, and you could have jumped back in there for another plus 200 or plus 240, in that fourth quarter. So I know I got a bunch of messages about this game, a lot of positive money. A lot of people had a great night about this, just because of the observations that we put out specifically. It was right at the top of the post. A lot of people, saw that and they paid attention to it, as I could point out right here. Golden State equals 58, Warriors equals 58, Orlando Magic equals 58 in the purest cipher. The Orlando Magic stayed on 18 losses, and today is Friday, named after the planet Venus, and Venus equals 18. So it was Venus equals 18 in the purest cipher. So very, very symbolic, very, very interesting, and as you can see, the Warriors lost the game, so the Magic did come out victorious with that plus 190. So we started off the night with a very, very solid underdog, plus 190. Amazing, amazing. A lot of people were happy about that. So shout out to you guys. Shout out to all the Sharks and everybody who knows exactly how to attack these games and, how to take advantage of these, advantageous positions that happen throughout these scripted professional sports games, especially with the NBA. So that was a pretty good one. Just fast forward to this game. So this was another game that we had today. We gave out the Boston Celtics to win money line versus the Atlanta Hawks. And it was all about the, obviously, if you pay attention to Gematria and you follow the Truth community, one of the main numbers that hit with Boston is the 85. But there was a bunch of other things going on over here. But again, I'm going to summarize the decode because I'm not going to give it all away and, have people trying to figure out exactly what we're doing. But Boston and 85 is a very symbolic number. So as you can see, Boston equals 85. And Boston today with a victory became 8-5 at home. It's a number that plays with them all the time. It comes across in their overall record, their conference record, their home and away record. It's a very symbolic number to pay attention to when it comes to Boston. What else was it? Oh, okay, so it had to do also with the 17. So today was the, we had 17 date numerology, okay? And the Atlanta Hawks picked up the 17th loss on 17 date numerology, and Hawks equals 17 in the pure cipher. All right? And another aspect of that, let me just bring it up for you guys so you guys can see. Let's bring up basketball reference, and I'll show you guys exactly another point to this game. Had to do with Brad Stevens. So Brad Stevens came into this game on 260 losses, right? So in numerology, 0 has no value, so 260 looks a lot like 26, and that's actually a number that these two teams share. So Hawks equals 26, as well as Celtics equals 26, right? In the pure cipher. So today was also a 26 date numerology. Today was 26 date numerology. Celtics equals 26 in the purest cipher. Hawks equals 26 as well. And the coach for the Boston Celtics, Brad Stevens, stayed on 260 career losses, like 26. So this was, again, there was more to the decode, but I'm going to summarize the decode because I'm not going to give it all the information away. I'm going to respect, what exactly we do over here. So now let's go to the next game. Another game that we gave out today was the Memphis Grizzlies to successfully defeat the Detroit Pistons at home. Just bring this up for you guys to see. And this one was pretty clear cut. It was very, very obvious. Let me just pause this because they're going to give us an ad. Okay, cool. So the Memphis Grizzlies, with a victory today, became 6-8 at home. 6-8. Now Detroit Pistons equals 68 in the purest cipher, right? So Detroit Pistons equals 68 in the purest cipher. The Memphis Grizzlies defeated the Detroit Pistons at home to become 6-8, and Grizzlies also equals 68. So this was a number that they share, and the Grizzlies with the victory became 6-8 versus the Detroit Pistons equaling 68 in the purest cipher. This one was pretty clear cut as well. This was another game that we gave out today for an additional play. Let me just show you guys. This was it right here. Memphis Grizzlies to win money line. So another play. That's three successful plays already. But again, another amazing night for the community. I want to shout out everybody that continues to support us, and just positive messages I receive on Instagram and stuff like that. Shout out to you guys. I know there's a lot going on in the world, and sports is like a break that people take. They can take their mind off of the troubles that they're actually going through and stuff like that. But I urge you guys not to get wrapped up in this stuff. I always post at the bottom of the post to do everything responsibly. Do not let this get the best of you, or take control of your life. There's more important things that you should be focusing on, but you can attack this like a business, and that's what we continue to preach from the beginning all the way to the end. You know what I'm saying? Responsibly, and attacking it like a business, like you would any other profession. The last game on the slate for us tonight, it was definitely a gimme. So I want to explain to you guys what happened with this game. So to start the game, the Utah Jazz, we had Los Angeles Clippers to win this game. So prior to the game, Utah Jazz were favored by 5 points. And that was because it was rumored that Kawhi Leonard and Paul George could possibly miss this game. Now, going into closer to tip-off time, I just want to show you guys right now. It was put out about 8:37 that the Clippers star Kawhi Leonard and Paul George would return versus the Utah Jazz. We had a premonition that this was going to happen anyway. Obviously they leave it closer to the tip-off time when all that money was coming in on the Utah Jazz, because people were assuming that these two players were not going to play because they were questionable. So the line jumped from -5, Utah Jazz -5 to Utah Jazz just -1. But when we put out the play, the Los Angeles Clippers were about a +165, +160 favorite. So another underdog, another amazing underdog for the community and the Gematria community to take advantage of. But I just wanted to show you guys this, as well as this was announced earlier today too. And this one was an indicator that I knew was bad for the Utah Jazz. So Utah's Quinn Snyder earned spot as the coach of Team LeBron in the 2021 NBA All-Star Game. So he's going to be coaching the Western Conference of the All-Star team. And I knew once this was put out that this was a good sign for the Los Angeles Clippers. Usually when they do rituals like this, the team winds up paying for it, or the coach or whatever. So obviously he picked up the loss today in Los Angeles. And he will be coaching Team LeBron. LeBron plays for Los Angeles. So I knew that this was a symbolic thing that was going on. But let's get to the game. The Los Angeles Clippers, like I point out, they became 22-9. 229 is the 50th prime number. Obviously, today's the 50th day of the year. I brought up also that Bashard Jackson, aka Pop Smoke, passed away today. Bashard Jackson's name equals 229. That was a number that was all over his death. And, it was very, very, had to do with Curtis Jackson as well. 50 Cent, as well as the 50. But 229, the 50th prime. Obviously, Utah equals 50. The Los Angeles Clippers play the Brooklyn Nets next. Brooklyn Nets equals 50 as well. And also, the Clippers picked up their 22nd win today. They picked up their 22nd win to go into the Nets game where Nets equals 22. So that was also very interesting that happened. But let's see what else we had. So the deco was yeah. We had the Los Angeles Clippers today, they picked up their 81st victory in the series. Now, why the 81 is important is because today is Venus Day, right? Friday. So Venus equals 81. I just want to show you guys so you can see it. Here you go. So the Utah Jazz were currently on 109 wins. Now, we brought this up yesterday. 109 is a number that plays with Los Angeles. As you can see, Los Angeles equals 109. So they came into today's game on 109 victories. They stayed on 109. Obviously, today's the 19th day of the month. So 109 in numerology is like 19. They stayed on 19 wins, aka 109 on the 19th day of the month, against the 109 team or the 19 team from Los Angeles. So that was another obvious thing that was going down with the 109. It played yesterday, and we paid attention to it today. It also played again with this Los Angeles team, as well as Utah staying on 109 wins. But as you can see right here, Los Angeles Clippers picked up the 81st victory of the series all time, right? Now Friday is named after Venus. Venus equals 81. Okay? So, it made a lot of sense for them to pick up their 81st victory on Friday, aka Venus Day. And then you have the Los Angeles Clippers equal 81 in the purest cipher. So this is you can look at it like this is pretty much the Clippers Day, named after Venus, aka 81 Day. They picked up their 81st victory versus the Utah Jazz on Venus Day. That was just another part of the decode. Obviously, I'm going to continue to summarize it because we want to keep the way in which we're doing these things just in-house or whatever. But this was another additional play today. Multiple underdogs. This one wasn't as much as Orlando, but this one was a pretty good underdog as well. So it's around plus 160 when we put it out, plus 155, 165. It depends on where you were playing it, specifically and stuff like that. But it was a great play. So besides that, we also had let's see, the 50. Yep. Okay, they played the Nets also, and the coach Tyrone Lue. So this was interesting as well too. So Tyrone Lue, as you guys know, the coach of the Los Angeles Clippers. I don't even know how this guy's coaching, but because he wasn't even that good of a player. But let me just show you guys right now. So Tyrone Lue came into today's game on 149 wins. He picked up his 150th victory, right? So let me show you guys this. 150th victory. Obviously, the victory didn't register yet, but he picked up his 150th victory of his career. And today was also a 15-date numerology. So 150 in numerology, the 0 has no value. 150 becomes 15. And today was 2/1 is 3, plus 9 is 12, right? Plus 2 plus 1 is 15. So today was a lesser date numerology of 15. Tyrone Lue picked up his 150th victory like 15 on the 15-date numerology. So that was another part of it. Tyrone Lue he picked up that victory that coincided with exactly what today was, and it made all the sense in the world. So those were the plays that we gave out today. Just had a wonderful way to end the week. Back-to-back perfect days. 7-0 in our last 7 NBA plays. And that's including multiple underdogs. Speaking all humbly, this is not trying to throw shots or anything like that. Speaking humbly, Obviously, we're not perfect every single day, but we try to, whenever there's wonderful examples or examples that I feel like are easy to show and to prove exactly how gematria is so important when it comes to these professional scripted sports games. I'm gonna bring it to you guys. I just want you guys to continue to support it. Drop by, leave a comment, leave the negativity somewhere else. Just focus on a positive comment, constructive criticism, whatever the case may be. But these were the plays that we put out, that we gave out. Just the content, just giving out content, and yeah, so it was cool. Um, Clean sheet, back to back clean sheets, which is always wonderful. You always gotta appreciate those, and so yeah, so shout out to everybody that continues to support us. If you in here, hit that like button. If don't be the only one who doesn't hit that like button. But these were the specific games we isolated today, just because the numbers were jumping out and calling out to us on those specific games. Boston to get the win, Memphis to get the win, Clippers to get the win, as well as the Orlando Magic to get the win. All the numbers pointed to those specific outcomes, and once again, I just wanted to show you guys exactly the way we were looking at this game and at these specific games. So shout out to you guys. Oh, and also for anybody that was asking about this, because this is actually going to happen in a couple hours. So I got a lot of inquiries about this Australian Open men's and women's finals that's happening today and tomorrow, or today, whatever the case may be. There is an open post that people are continuing to drop their observations, their perspectives. There's a lot of interesting notes there as well. People are giving, their inferences and stuff like that. So, take a look at that. There's a lot of information there, and it is pretty interesting, some of the things that are going on with this Australian Open. Australian Open 2021, you have the women's final as well as the men's final. So it should be very interesting. I don't know why so many people are asking about this specific tennis final, but yeah, I just put it up there so people could collectively talk about it, as well as drop notes and drop perspectives and observations that they came across. So I think this is going down in a couple of hours, 2 or 3 hours. So definitely, man, you guys should be on the lookout for that. And yeah, man, just another day, like we love to say over here at Mr.Futures, gematria at its finest, easy as 1, 2, 3. Thank you guys for tuning in and sharing the video and promoting it and leaving positive message. Shout out to you guys, and again, man, for anybody that's going through something right now, trials and tribulations, or it's just a lot of negativity around them. You want to promote positivity, because the energy you do put out is the energy that comes back to you. So just rise above it, man. Continue to stay positive, be progressive. Make the most out of your day. Always appreciate your blessings, because there's always somebody else who has, just a way harder time and a way harder situation. So just appreciate what you have. Appreciate the people that care about you, that genuinely want support you and want to see you win. And yeah, man. So shout out to you guys. You know how we do on the way in, the way out. Always like to hear the intro and the outro. So yeah, man. Shout out to you guys. Don't forget, leave a nice comment. Hit the like button, whatever the case may be. Shout out to everybody on YouTube. Appreciate you. And yeah, man. Have a good night. Definitely.